Okay, well, just tell us what this rally's about, Nasser.
Well, we're here today protesting the murder, the assassination of 5 more Palestinian journalists, and in particular, the complicity of state institutions like the ABC that continue to propagate the lies of the Israeli genocide apartheid state. We're here to say enough. It's time to hold power to account. That's journalism at its best. When you're holding power to account, enough platforming of Zionist apologists, enough platforming of genocideers and war generals and people that are bloodstained. And it's time to call out Israel for what it actually is, in a racist apartheid genocidal state.
So what's the ABC done in particular that you're not happy with?
Well, what we have today in the ABC, and certainly it's not the only one that is guilty, is creating a parity, a conflict. This is not a conflict. Starvation is not a conflict. Genocide is not a conflict. The killing and destruction of tens of thousands of people, of scholasticide, it's not a conflict. There is no parity in the power. There is no parity in the outcomes, no parity in the story. What we need to be doing is platforming Palestinians, Palestinian voices, and giving them the opportunity to tell their story, but also holding to account the perpetrators. The questions that we get as Palestinians and advocates of Palestine are then afforded a right of reply to our oppressors. It's shameful. That's not journalism. Journalism isn't saying one side says it's raining and one side says it's not raining. It's putting your head outside and seeing if it's actually raining. It's time for people, journalists in particular, to hold this state to account and to hold these genocideers to account.
Okay, just finally, it's been a big news today in terms of the Palestinian issue, because the Albanese, the Prime Minister, has announced it's going to recognise Palestinian state. What's your response to the Prime Minister's announcement about that?
Look, it's shocking. I'm really disappointed. The elbow we knew and the Albanese that exists today, that he thinks that we're going to buy this fig leaf. We haven't marched for recognition. We haven't advocated for recognition. We're advocating for a stop to the slaughter, stop to complicity, to sanction Israel, to end apartheid, to end genocide, to end occupation, and for Palestinians to have a right, an inalienable right, to return to their homelands. That's what we're fighting for, Elbow. You know too well what it is we need, want, and it's the full application of international humanitarian law, and to treat us like you might treat a Ukrainian.
So can you just go through what you want the Australian government to do?
So the first thing we need to do is end two-way military trade. We need to end sending components to the F-35 program. We need to sanction Israel. We need to speak clearly and concisely that we respect the ICJ's opinion on a plausible genocide, and also that we will uphold the arrest warrants for Benjamin Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant and anyone else that may be found guilty of being a genocideer. And we need to sanction Israel. And what that looks like is ensuring there's no corporate complicity. Our banks, our superannuation, mustn't be investing in Israeli entities that are profiting from the oppression, the occupation, and the genocide of Palestinians.